Welcome back to our online class. How are you all? Today is Wednesday 14th April 2021. We were doing revision of the first lesson, right? Nick, we'll do the first unit, be part of it. Biography sketch. This is also an important 5 marks or 8 marks question, repeated almost alternate year or every year. You have to write autobiography of Stephen Hawking. He was a scientist who died recently. Date, place of birth. He'll give you the hints. You have to make a tablet or like a box and you have to write about it. Date and place of birth: January 8, 1942, Oxford, England. Information about the family: eldest one of 4 sons. Mother Isabel Hawking. Father Frank Hawking, medical researcher with a specialty in tropical disease. Got it? What are the important events in life? Early academic life, he was recognized as a bright student. High school years, third from bottom of his class, pursuits outside of the school, loved board games, constructed a computer out of recycled parts of age of 16. At the age of 16, his specialties: solved rudimentary mathematical equations. He was married to Jane Weldy. His health suffered from amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. I hope you have seen his picture. He's on wheelchair. His neck doesn't work properly. It's joined with the shoulder. So, research on black holes. Discovery: Hawking radiation. Awards, prizes and honors. The Fellow of the Royal City at the age of 32. Albert Einstein gave him the award, the Pius 11th Gold Medal for Science, and from Pope Paul. Contributions to his field and society: he contributed to the advancement of science and research. Next is a lesson: every success story is also a story of great failure. Failure is a highway to success, isn't it? Everyone says this. Once in a lifetime you fail just to learn from it, not to stop there itself. With that failure you have to learn and work hard more than you did before and achieve your success. Tom Watson sir said, if you want to succeed, double your failure rate. If you study history, you will find that all stories of history, all stories of success are also stories of great failure. If you haven't tried new thing, if you haven't done your work, how will you find out you failed, or you're not up to the mark, or you did not try at all, or you're a successful person? But people don't see the failures. They only see one side of the picture and they say that the person got lucky. He must have been at the right place at the right time. Let me share someone's life history with you. This was a man who failed in business at the age of 21. He was defeated in legislative days at the age of 22, so young age. Failed again in business at the age of 24, but he kept on trying. Overcame the death of his sweetheart at the age of 26. His wife died. Had a nervous breakdown at the age of 27, such a young age. Lost a congressional race at the age of 34. Lost a senatorial race at the age of 45. Failed in an effort to become vice president at the age of 47. Lost a senatorial race at the age of 49, and lastly he was elected as the president of United States at the age of 52. Who is this great man? This man was Abraham Lincoln. Would you call him a failure? He could have quit. But to Lincoln, defeat was a detour and not a dead end. It was a part of his life. He went on with it. He did not leave working hard. He tried his all luck for it. In 1913, Lee D. Forrest, the inventor of triodes tubes, was charged by the district attorney and used fraudulent means to mislead the public into buying stocks of his company. A New York Times editorial on December 10, 1903 questioned the wisdom of the Wright brothers, who invented tube light, who were trying to invent a machine heavier than air that could fly. 1 week later at Kitty Hawk, the Wright brothers took their famous flight. What did they invent? Aeroplane. Colonel Sanders, at the age of 65, with a beat-up car and a $100 check from Social Security, realized that he had to do something. He remembered his mother's recipe and went out selling it. How many doors did he have to knock on before he got his first order? No one is a fool, isn't it? They have to. You keep on trying. You have to express yourself. You have to describe your whatever product you are selling for, like a salesman, or whatever work you are doing. You have to prove it. So it's not only the first chance that you are so lucky to prove yourself. It happens sometimes for some people, but not for all. You have to keep on trying. So this man was like a salesman. He was selling his mother's recipes. It is estimated that he knocked on more than 1,000 doors before he got his first order. How many of us quit after 3 times, 10 tries, 100 tries, and then we tried as hard as we could? What we think, we have done our best once, twice, once. As a young cartoonist, Walt Disney faced many rejections from newspaper editors who said he had no talent. One day, a minister at a church hired him to draw some cartoons. Disney was working out of the mouse-infested shed near the church. After seeing a small mouse, he was inspired. Such a small mouse, Walt Disney was inspired, and he became Disney. He became the start of Mickey Mouse. Successful people don't do great things. They only do small things in a great way. Understood? One day, a particularly deaf 4-year-old kid came home with a note in his pocket from his teacher. Your Tommy is too stupid to learn. Get him out of the school. His mother read the note and answered, my Tommy is not stupid to learn. I will teach him myself. That little boy was, my Tommy is not stupid. I will teach him myself. And that Tommy grew up to be the great Thomas Edison. Who is this Thomas Edison? Children, do you know him? He invented electric bulb, in which we are sitting today. Thomas Edison had only 3 months of formal schooling, and he was partially deaf. He couldn't hear properly. Henry Ford forgot to put the reverse gear in the reverse gear. Do you consider these people failures? They succeeded in spite of problems, not in the absence of them. But to the outside world, it appears as though they just got lucky. We know that they have Walt Disney World, they did like this. What were the struggles, their hardships, and what all things stopped them? We don't know about the detail, isn't it? If we study it, we'll inspire ourselves, we'll go up in life, we'll start trying hard, more hard. All success stories are stories of great failure. The only difference is that every time they failed, they bounced back. They did not stop. They went on, they tried more hard. Wholeheartedly, they again took that step. They did not want to stop. This is called failing forward rather than backward. You learn and move forward. Learn from your failure and keep moving. In 1934, Thomas Edison, at the age of 67, lost his factory, which was worth a few $1 million, on fire. Accidentally, what happened in Thomas Edison factory? He got fire. He was 67 years old at that time. It had very little insurance. No longer a young man, Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in smoke and said, there is a great value in disaster. He did not get dismayed or disheartened. He told, there is some good for me. This incident happened to show me some great values which I inherited in me. I have to try on that. All our mistakes are burnt up. Thank God we can start anew. In spite of the disaster, 3 weeks later, he invented the phonograph. What an attitude. Below are a few examples of failures of successful people. Thomas Edison failed approximately 10,000 times, which he was working on the light bulb. Henry Ford was broke at the age of 40. Lee Iacocca was fired by Henry Ford too at the age of 52. Young Beethoven was told that he had no talent for music, but he gave some of the best music to the world. Setbacks are inevitable in life. A setback can act as a driving force and also teach us humility. In grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn to become victorious, not victims. Fear and doubt short circuit the mind. Ask yourself after every setback, what did I learn from this experience? Only then you will be able to turn a stumbling block into stepping stone. Are inevitable in life. A setback can act as driving force and also teaches humility. In grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn to become victors, not victims, to get successful. Fear and doubt are only the short circuit in the mind. Ask yourself after every setback, what did I learn from this experience? Only then you will be able to turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone. The motivation to success comes from the burning desire to achieve a purpose. Napoleon Hill wrote, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Whatever you think you can achieve, you will achieve it. Where there is a will, there is a way. Okay, you start finding how to do whatever your interest is there in you, whatever you want to learn, you want to play, bike or anything, sports, anything. A young man asked Socrates the secret of success. Socrates told the young man to meet him near the river the next morning. They met. Socrates asked the young man to walk with him towards the river. When the river got up to their neck, Socrates took the young man by surprise and ducked him into the water. Got it? Socrates put the man's neck inside the running water. The boy struggled. The small boy asked him, what is the success secret? Isn't it? If anyone is in our company, in our office also, he's a manager, chairman, we ask him this, what's your success story, what's your model of the life, isn't it? From whom did you get inspired, who is at the back of you to become such a great man? So someone asked Socrates, so what he did, he took him near the river, he put his neck under the water. Socrates took the young man by surprise and ducked him into the water. The boy struggled to get out, but Socrates was strong and kept him there until turning blue. Socrates pulled his head out of the water, and the first thing the young man did was to gasp and take a deep breath of air. Socrates asked, what did you want the most when you were there? The boy replied, air. Socrates says this is the secret to success. When you want success as badly as you wanted air now, then you will get it. There is no other secret. A burning desire is the starting point of all accomplishments. Just like the small fire cannot give much heat, a weak desire cannot produce great results. Understood, children? If you think this is a poem, we'll do in our next class. See the homework for today. To Lincoln, defeat was a detour and not a dead end. Justify this statement from the life of Lincoln. What did Socrates suggest as a secret of success? Do you agree or disagree with him? Give reason for your answer. Complete the following table with 1 or 2 accomplishments of Abraham Lincoln. Okay, children? Thank you. See you tomorrow in the next class. Assalamu alaikum. Send the homeworks by evening 6 o'clock.